Hello there. Once again, it's Anton from Anton Obey. Thank you guys for stopping by the collection room. Today we're taking a look at some Alpha Flights again. Some more comics. Issues 109, 110, 111, and 112. We are closing in on that final issue, 130. But before we get there, we got a few things. We are on our World Tour 92. Last stop, Moscow. And yeah, what he's saying. So the series, I think, is peaking at some of its stories and movement. There's wild times going on in Alpha Flight at this point. The art's, of course, not as good as John Byrne art, but it's a lot more exciting things happening. And then it's better than some of the hack stuff in the middle. And this is also some of the more rare issues of Alpha Flight to get. Anything past 100 seems to be quite a bit harder to locate. So I've mentioned many times that the first pile of these I ever got was from quarter bins. And I've hunted these books in quarter bins for years until quarter bins were no longer a thing. I got a few out of dollar bins, bought full sets, all that stuff. But while digging through the quarter bins and the dollar bins and any of the bargain stuff, the older issues were harder to get a hold of. And that is just, that's pretty common with a lot of series, mostly because towards the end of a series, you're not producing as many because the series isn't as popular. So your runs are getting lower and you're like, well, finally about time to cancel this book. And that's pretty much where Alpha Flight's at, I think, at this point. We were running much smaller runs. You're getting a lot less exposure. The title was winding down, basically. I always think it's crazy how many, like, yeah, you can have, 60 issues of comic, but the range of how many issues each got printed at different months is just insane. I guess in my brain, I always picture there being like so many different sets of Alpha Flight out there. Well, no, there's not. There's like a cajillion of issue 32, and there's like less than that of like issue 130 or 109, or you get what I'm saying. It really fluctuates. Speaking, we got issue 110, the all new, all deadly Omega Flight. And I don't remember these guys, actually. It's been so long. Of course, our art is peak 90s stuff going on. This is 1992. They are looking beautiful at this point. We finally got the master. Seems to be planning to do something. Yet in all this time in Alpha Flight, I don't think he's done anything. Like, he's been around since like the first 2 issues or 3 issues or something, and like he's never done anything. Absolutely nothing. Omega Flight fighting them all. Talk about deja vu. Actually, that was good. I love their fight at the Edmonton Mall. Not familiar with this Omega Flight. Brain Drain. It's a cool name for a brain in a jar. And that's Talisman's new outfit. That's something. Yeah, this art just looks way more dynamic than it typically does. Now, even though this is some of the better art, more exciting, probably the better plot lines, you've also got one of the weaker lineups of Alpha Flight. Of course, you've got Heather, which is great. North Star and Aurora, pretty much your standards. Puck, Box, but you've got some like of the lame sauce characters floating around in the peripheral. You've got Goblin, Purple Girl, that one idiot who changes into 3 different things. Just super lame. I just thought Goblin was really lame. You got Wind Shear going on. Well, I guess isn't terribly lame. Just like, in my opinion, kind of generic and underdeveloped, and they could have done a lot better job with him. Weapon Omega versus himself. Yeah, Wild Child. Rev up your party engine and kill somebody. Universal Soldier. Yeah, I'm trying to remember what that 3-in-1 guy's name is. He's the lamest. Can't stand that guy. Prime unit. Guy totally was a unit. Adam Warlock. Got some Infinity Watch stuff going on. These are just some great pages. That is some poppin' art. Although Vindicator's visor is clear and I feel like it needs to be tinted, but that's besides it. This is a fantastic page of panels. This is good stuff. I like how this looks. I like how it's broken up too. I'm getting some crazy fun like shapes and stuff going on. This is probably, like I said, some of the best mannequin. That's his name. It's so stupid. Anyway, this is probably some of the best that Alpha Flight has looked throughout its series. This is my opinion, of course. Then again, I don't know anybody else that did a whole breakdown of Alpha Flight on YouTube, so I get to have my opinion. Yeah, this is some of the best looking Alpha Flight out there. Kilgrave. Lame sauce characters aside, you've got Puck back in his coolest form. You've got a lot going on for it. You don't have Talisman, or not, you have Talisman. You don't have Shaman, which is fine because you have Talisman, and I think at one point they had too many magical characters, and it just seemed like not cool. Just take that page in for a second. That's some crazy face. Awesome. Yeah, I'm liking all of that. It's a little weird. She's back into her vintage outfit randomly. Gamma Flight is dead. I've saved the world. Isn't that what his plan always was? And this is an Infinity War crossover, so of course we got that going on. Infinity War was great. If you haven't read it, it's a lot of fun. You'll recognize a lot of plot stolen from that into the movies. Wow, she is a full-figured woman. The Master looks a little weird, I think, with the beard. Did he always have a beard? This beard is drawn just a little bit different. But still, I'm really digging this art. It looks dated, don't get me wrong, it's very 90s. But it's good 90s, like, very nice. Taz? Boy, she is featuring prominently in this issue. That big, thick lady. Huh. Lots going on here. If I am to save this planet, you must all die. It's funny, I never gave the Master a voice until now. I just never thought of it. And it probably doesn't sound like the Monarch. I don't know. We got crazy stuff going on. And they are Beta Flight. And we were one team, now we are two. So trying some wild ideas here. It sounds to me like they're trying to kind of expand obviously. At the same time, you can tell the book is getting smaller. Even though it feels bigger, it's getting smaller, which is kind of sad, but it's how these things go. And that's the next 4 issues. We are closing in on it, guys. I know it's been a long time. It's taken me a long time to film all these. But to go through every page of Alpha Flight, one at a time, it's been something. Yeah, 112. We just got a handful of them left. And I appreciate you guys watching. If you do like Alpha Flight, or if you like any comic book videos, or if you just like flipping through comics and talking trash like me, give me a like, a subscribe. I always appreciate it. That said, thank you so much for watching. That's my story. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.